Hello everybody, my name is Kenneth and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we are going to be checking out Pablo's, and please forgive me on the pronunciation of this, Laon, or is it Laon? Let me know if it's the glottal or the non-glottal, or anything like that. I intended to do this after finishing Alon. However, my brain likes to go in a million different directions, and so I'm only just now getting to it. I'm going to be doing this in 3 parts because Pablo released this with 7 songs, which means it doesn't divide equally into 2. And I like to yap a lot. So this first part will have Neumun, Don't Care, and Butata, in this first part. The second part will have, I clicked the wrong one. The second part will have Puyat, Blessed, and Tambol. And then the third part will be Micha by itself. Again, I love to yap, so I know these are probably going to be long, so that's why I'm dividing them into 3, rather than 2 as well. So yeah, so let's go into New Moon first. Yeah, oh, pause warning. I pause a lot. I yap and I pause. If that's not for you, that's totally okay. I'm autistic. I pause. It helps me process things. I'm not someone that can wait till the end of a song to be able to give my thoughts. I will forget half of the things I want to say. I still forget half of the things I want to say. Can you tell this is the first video I'm recording today? So yeah, if that's okay with you, we are going to hop into New Moon now. But yeah, let's go.
I'ma drop it on you soon, like a monsoon. You don't wanna know. Full moon, like a vroom vroom, like a horizon. Yeah, you better move, might just run you off. Lucky you, I'm sober, gotta run you off. Hey.
I'm sorry. I love that we don't even get like an intro. It's just boom right in. I love all of the from the title to the actual lyrics, the use of the ooh sound. There's so much the ooh and the o. There's so many syllables with that in it. I really like just the way this starts. Um, uh, I'm it's giving like given how uh Alon was, um this is giving totally like renewed, reinvigorated energy, and it's kind of like that it's almost like when you've done some spring cleaning and you're like, I'm on top of the world, like everything's in order, everything's going great. And it's like he's saying here, like, if you if you're going to stand in my way, I'm just going to run you over. I really liked there was a lyric there, lucky you I'm sober, but I'll run you over. I really liked that. Obviously with Akala, I think it was Akala, we had obviously all of the sorry, I get titles mixed up a lot, so if I am wrong, I apologize. With all of the drinking culture and all of that kind of thing was kind of embedded in that song, and so it's almost there's almost to me there's like calling back, like callbacks there a little bit references wise. I really like, yeah, just the energy of this song. When I saw the title, I didn't know how to pronounce it, and I googled like the thing, and at first it came up because it corrected the moon part to man, so new man, and it was like talking about like this old German name, and then I realized it was a typo. But what was interesting at first was there was also a clergyman who went by that name. I think it said he was canonized in the past, and so I was assuming that we were going to get maybe something like faith related, and then I reread like the title and I was like, oh no, it's just autocorrecting, and obviously new moon sounds like new moon, like the phases of the moon, and obviously we've already got references here to the full moon, and stuff like that. New moon as well. I feel like, correct me if I'm wrong because I'm not sure about like moon phases, but isn't a new moon the start of a new set of phases for the moon? And so you have again that reinvigoration, that renewal, starting again, a new beginning. Yeah, I chose a great video to start with today.
Let him move, might just run you off. Lucky you, I'm sober, gotta run you off. Hey, what you doing here? I just hit the brakes and now I'm on my neutral gear. Yeah.
Ooh, I like that. The way that he slowed that neutral gear. That was I really liked the way that the cadence and the flow of that changed. Sorry.
I just hit the brakes and now I'm on my neutral gear. Yeah. Fair to interfere, cause when you poke asleep in bed, don't expect to hide. We'll run you over. Hope you meet.
It's interesting as well, this song being called New Moon, but he's using the bear metaphor currently. It's interesting because obviously we usually associate Pablo with wolves and werewolves and that sort of thing.
Cause when you poke asleep in bed, don't expect to hide. We'll run you over.
I love that. Hi. Sorry. I'm obsessed with this. This is a great opener, genuinely.
Interfere, cause when you poke asleep in bed, don't expect to hide. We'll run you over. Hope you meet our maker. We'll run you over. And Molly from Jamaica. We'll run you over. Guess I will see you later. But if I don't, then it's your fault for being a hater. You're major.
I love that caller response that was going on there. I hope you meet your maker. Gonna run you over. See Molly from Jamaica gonna run you. Oh my god, I love that. That is. There's like it's borderline petty in the best way. What I like though about that is obviously there's the suggestion like, I will run you over, you will go to heaven, which is a bit dark, but it's this lyric here, guess I'll see you later, where he's suggesting that even though they are being a hater, they are being this, they are making their own choices and how they want to behave, they're still going to end up in potentially heaven, or at least the same place that Pablo is going, or wants to go or something. I don't know if I'm misunderstanding that, but that's what that feels like. And so when I say like borderline pettiness, and again I'm saying that in a good way, it's a compliment, there is that pettiness, but there is also this little tinge of still kindness there, which I find really interesting. If I seem distracted, it's because someone decided to start beeping outside. This is why I don't like recording during the day. But I really want to record, so I'm here. So if I'm just going to try and focus. I love this. I love the actual art style as well of this lyric video. It's interesting. All of the visuals of the moon, of space, of planets, of that it's almost like that 80s synthwave road. That's the only thing. I don't know what the actual kind of title of that is, generally, but that's what I associate with it. But yeah, it's interesting.
And Molly from Jamaica. Guess I will see you later. But if I don't, then it's your fault for being a hater. You're major.
I love that.
Disengage, just another empty stage. People fill an empty space and full of it on empty days. But it's rising up, pace popping out. New moon, just back me up. Cause we don't wanna get there. Hurricane, pick up the ring.
We're gonna go through this part again. Oh my god, that is so clever. The repeated emptiness of this, just another empty space, just another empty stage, and then people filling empty space, them full of it on empty days. It's all those people that another phrase that I would use is being like full of hot air. So there's nothing, there's no substance, there's no foundation to what they're saying. They're just saying stuff because they've got nothing better to do. Literally empty days. I love the way that this. I thought this was going to be like the chorus or something, but no, it feels like this is going to be the pre-chorus and we're amping up. I'm scared of where this is going to go. In the best way, I'm scared. But yeah, I loved that there's a lyric just after this where it's like, Neumun, just back me up. Again, it's all about finding your stride again. I feel like finding your footing. I feel like, again, after Laon, and how emotional of an album that was, you have here, we're turning over a new leaf. You know, we're not standing for anything. We're not standing for any nonsense. And there is that kind of philosophical, spiritual, religious, maybe undertone there, of having a higher power there in the new moon, guiding us, because we're here for Pablo, right? So you know what I mean. It's almost as well like a kind of a call to arms, kind of, not literally, but like assembling forces, like of all of of the fans as well, and maybe even like you could say like the members as well of SB19, even though this is a solo work. Do you know what I mean? I hope that makes sense. I love that. Oh, this is the chorus. Okay. I want to talk as well, just the accompaniment. There's something, especially in the section just before this chorus, that gives kind of almost like, there's like a childish element to it. And again, this is not like a criticism. This is because it feels in keeping with the vibe. But just the way, if I go back to this part. The da 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 da. It sounds like the motif sounds like it sounds like almost nursery rhyme, kind of a little bit, the actual sound, which I guess I don't know what I'm trying to say with that, but it just interesting. I feel like maybe it's a bit self-aware there, because like in the past, you know, it's kind of like, you know, leave the haters to their own devices kind of thing, whereas here this song has been more about like, we're gonna run you over, you know, we'll get out of if you don't get out of the way kind of thing. It's interesting. I love the way he does that vroom vroom. It's interesting, sorry, before we go on as well, it's interesting as well the use of the planets, because the planets are obviously orbiting as they would be in real life, but they are moving. There's that intentional move, and then you've even got the rainbow kind of at the bottom that's almost like a racetrack, which is interesting. What is the J? I'm not cool enough to know what the J is. Please let me know in the comments. I don't want to participate. The only time I play is when I shoot just to kill the J. No plan to make it rain, so don't act a fool. I'm keeping cool. Get out of my face before I let loose all hell on your eyes. I just wanna get by this with these. Hit pause from my end and not out the crease. Don't care whatever you do as you please, but don't deserve my peace unless you wanna taste of these beats. See, this is what I was meaning. Like in the past, he's very much been, at least from my experience, he's been kind of like this. Don't care, whatever you do as you please. You know, you don't like their music, you don't like our music. That, you know, that's fine. You go away. But then, like here, he says, "But don't disturb my peace unless you want a taste of these bee's knees." I love that little self flex there with bee's knees. But I like the way that it's like the idea of the taste. It's almost like you don't deserve my full attention, but I'll give you just enough to fill, going back to the earlier part, your empty day a little bit. But here again, talking about not disturbing my peace, I feel like that's much more self-advocacy for himself. Again, this is, I might have missed a lot of things as well because I'm newer, but I feel like in the past he's been much more of a character that is silent kind of thing. You know, if there was a hater or something like that, he would stay silent and just keep making moves in his own way, you know, obviously whether solo or in the group, and then prove himself that way. Whereas here, this song definitely feels much more of a departure from that, in that it's kind of, it's almost like, because of this new leaf, he's like, I spent X amount of time just listening to you harp on all this nonsense. I'm in a new era. I'm turning over a new leaf. You get in my way, you're gone, kind of thing. Which I really like. But yeah, it's still, there's still a passiveness there of, I'm not going to seek you out. I'm going to wait until you, like, you're in my face. And I wonder if that's as well partially because a lot of people, they'll say all this stuff, I almost swore there, they'll say all this stuff, like with anonymity, with, you know, behind closed doors, behind someone's back. But I guarantee you, if those people met Pablo in real life, they wouldn't have the gall to say half of the stuff that they would say. And so I like that there, where if you imagine peace as the physical space and, you know, going to space, I feel like it's a nice way of saying, like, keep talking behind my back, but if you come, like, within a radius, then we're gonna have a problem. I might be wrong on that, but that's just what I was kind of getting.
Deserve my peace unless you wanna taste of these bees. Disengage, don't you ever call my name. Every little thing I see feels like a match and I'm a flame. But it's rising up, things popping out. Neumun, just back me up, cause we don't wanna get there, run away. I'm a
That was interesting. That was it. The minus this part, we got an entirely different pre-chorus. Interesting. See, when I say what I said before, it's almost like, I don't know, I feel like I'm justified in what I said before, but then, like, this section here is giving very much volatile Pablo, in that it's almost like he's tired of all of this, and he's just, because he said about, like, everything's a match and I'm a flame, or the other way around, and it's almost like he's like, give me a reason, like, I'm so close to losing it, give me a reason. What was I gonna say? Yeah, every little thing I see feels like a match and I'm a flame. Yeah. Every little thing is, you know, it's those little things on their own, you know, you can ignore them, but over time, that little thing gets added to another little thing, gets added, and you've suddenly got this huge flammable object, shall we say. Interesting. I don't think I said it in the first round of this, shall we say. But obviously here I loved the transformation metaphor here. Blood is rising up, veins popping out. Again, it's hearkening back to his kind of wolf lore, his, like, werewolf lore, his more animalistic side. Yeah, it definitely feels like there's two Pablos in this. There's the calm front man, and then there's the wolf, the beast within. And it's almost like they're taking turns during this song. I don't know if you guys also think that. But that's definitely how it feels to me.
Rising up, rays popping out, new moon just back me up. Cause we don't wanna get there, run away, run it away. I'ma drop it on you soon, like a
I like that.
monsoon, you don't wanna know. Full moon, like a vroom vroom, like a lolly's on. Yeah, you better move, I just
Also, I didn't say this, but I love the Harley reference because I know he likes to bike.
run you off. Lucky I'm sober, wanna run you off. Disengage,
I love that
I
jump.
don't wanna be enraged. Cause I'm one ignite away from supernova burning flame. Blood is rising up, rays popping out, new moon just back me up. Cause we don't wanna get there, this is late, like I said, I'm a
Ooh. So it's almost like these I'm calling them pre-choruses, but it's almost like these are verses in themselves because pre-choruses are often consistent throughout, but it's almost like we're getting a verse slash pre-chorus, if that makes sense, which is interesting, like verse 1, verse 2, pre-chorus slash then chorus, and that kind of structure, which is interesting. And it feels like, yeah, overall, it's like the entire song is taking place, and I guess it maybe explains why it's just shy of 3 minutes, but maybe it's taking place as like a tableau of a short period of time. And so you've got the first one, which is kind of calm, but it's starting. Then you've got the second one with a bit more, and then you've got this one where it's like run. And yeah, you've got it feels like the repeated disengages in all of them. It's like it's that final warning, and then it's that final warning, and then it's that final warning, and it's like now you've done it kind of thing. That's how it feels like to me.
I don't wanna be enraged, cause I'm one ignite away from supernova burning flame.
Like that's an interesting progression as well. We've gone from everything is flammable, you know, and I'm a flame, to like I'm now going supernova. Like the scale of that, it's almost like if we take the very visual part of this, it's almost like all of the planets are maybe different events, different people or whatever. And it's almost like using that metaphor of the flame to the supernova. It's almost like this rocket, it's almost like he was on one of those planets and those people were, you know, talking their nonsense, and then he flew away to kind of escape, to take a breather, and then it's like this is not helping, and then he just, and it's almost like he is almost, the sun as well. I don't know if that's accurate because obviously both of them are in the thing. I also wonder if the art style of this is, because it's, again, and I don't mean this as a criticism, it's almost kind of a little bit childlike in the presentation. It's very that kind of almost like sit your hater down, your hater watches this. It's almost like Subway Surfing, if that makes sense. So when you see the Subway Surfers meme where it's like they play Subway Surfers and they start talking to you, it almost feels like this is Pablo's doing that to the haters. We're just enjoying it, but then the haters are like, oh, okay, maybe, you know, they're actually reading and listening. I don't know if that's actually anything relevant or anything like that, but yeah.
Blood is rising up, rays popping out, new moon just back me up. Cause we don't wanna get there, this is late, like I said, I'ma drop it on.
I love the way that tidal wave there, the way he limited the L there and just slid in between that, because that's a lot of syllables to get through, and that that L to the W, tidal wave, it could have created like a little like stop, but
Rays
like
popping out, new moon just back me up. Cause we don't wanna get there, this is late, like I said, I'ma drop
I love
it
that.
on. You're soon, like a monsoon, you don't wanna know. Full moon, like a vroom vroom, like a lolly's on. Yeah, you better move, might just run you off. Lucky I'm sober, better run you off. You're soon,
Come through, vocals.
you don't wanna know. Full moon, like a vroom vroom, like a lolly's on. Yeah, you better move, might just run you off. Lucky I'm sober, better run you off.
And now we've got the piece. I appreciate we can hide things now at the end. Okay. I really like that, especially at the end there, just with the open road. But yeah, the whole disengage thing, almost could be double meaning. You know, it could be you disengage before I do something that we'll both regret, um, or it could be disengaging like I need to get out of the situation because it's not worth it. And yeah, the whole use of that at the end there, there's no chaos, there's no people, there's no nothing. It's just literally the open sky and space, and just nature and just freedom at the end there, which I really like. I really like how that sounded. That was a really energetic, no holds barred, just kind of straight in there, intro. As I said, when the song started, I was really expecting, I don't know, like some kind of intro, but it was like, nope, we're just right in there. I loved the way Pablo used his voice throughout this, moving from vocals to rap. I loved his falsetto. Again, he's just such an all-rounder, that he's just able to flawlessly use his voice in so many different ways, and I just love that. In my head, I've just got that hi in in my head. Yeah, he's just really clever with how he's able to manipulate and modulate his voice. Yeah. Shall we go on to Don't Care? I think we shall. If I've missed anything, or if anyone wants to clarify with any context before we do move on, feel free to let me know in the comments. Otherwise, we are going to head on to Don't Care, and then Butata after that. So yeah, let's go on to Don't Care.
I don't really care if you like me.
Ooh, this is different. I'm sorry. I shouldn't laugh because like there's an element of sadness to this, but just the way there, that we just have I've been trying to hold the piss. It just there's just something comedic about that line. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. We're already pausing. Yeah, this is a completely like if the last song was a lot more confident, this one feels more vulnerable, which is ironic given the title. If only a little slightly bit more vulnerable.
I don't really care if you like me. I've been trying to hold the pairs, it's a nightmare. If you're not
Not the
getting my
visual.
vibe, what should I care? Shut your trap and just be quiet, give the mic, yeah, mic, yeah. I don't really care if you like me. I've been trying to hold the pairs, it's a nightmare. If you're not getting my vibe, what should I care? Shut your trap and just be quiet, give the mic, yeah, mic, yeah.
Shut everything I just said up. I because of how it started until like we went around again, I like to call it around. But like the way before we went around that second time, there was just the way that the guitar was and the delivery from Pablo was. There was like a tinge of sadness to it, and then we just went like full like almost like pop punk kind of sound there, like certainly more heavier than just pop rap or rap sounds generally are. That's so interesting. The visuals though, when he's talking about like trying to hold a piss, and then you've got the visuals streaking down. That's very clever, but it's like, oh gosh. Yeah, I love again in that second round. Again, I'm gonna call it a round. The first round it felt like there was a little bit of vulnerability, and then that completely went away, and there's just confidence. And I like that. If you're not getting my vibe, why should I care? Exactly. The way he said that, I'm sorry. It sounded like he said maestro, as if like he was calling like whoever this maestro is like a little dig. I don't know if that's the intention, but that just really got me. Sorry.
be rolling my Astro. Cause I got a lot to get off of my chest and that's though. Had enough of this BS, I gotta let go. For there's too much toxic inside of me, need to pop so Bismol. All I want is independence, but y'all like tending fool, pushing me to the limits. Even after I told you bozones, mind your own business. No CS, Pinocchio, 당이 helix adjustment. And they be asking you.
Do I have subtitle for that one? Oh, I do. Okay, sorry. I didn't realize, because the last one was all in English. I didn't know that there was going to be, I thought there'd be translation, if that makes sense, for the Tagalog. Let me go back. I love, we've got like a signature Pablo in the background there. I love the guitar, the arrangement for this. It's just such a good sound. Yeah. So if in the last one we were kind of being told like, if you're going to be a hater, like get out of the way or I'm running you over. It's almost like here, it's like, and this is kind of, I guess, just tie back into being a little bit vulnerable. It's that self-awareness that like he is acting a way that he doesn't necessarily want to. Pepto-Bismol, I'm sorry, I'm not 100% on what that is. Is that like a tablet or something you take when, I think it's like, is it a laxative or something? Like you try and like empty yourself or something? I apologize, I don't know what that is. I don't think I've ever had to take that or drink that or whatever it is. It's interesting, yeah, though, the self-awareness that he it's almost like this is the kind of cleaning out of the toxic is like this song to me which is I feel like is a much healthier way than potentially what we were saying in the last song of like running you over, sending you to your maker kind of thing, which is it I think is the better way, and I love that Pablo has music for that.
So much toxic inside of me, need to pop so Bismol. All I want is independence, but y'all like tending fool, pushing me to the limits. Even after I told you bozones, mind your own business. No CS, Pinocchio.
I love that line. With nosy ass Pinocchio really love to gossip. Oh. Again, it's those people that are full of hot air. They have nothing to do with their day. Maybe they're not reaching their own goals, so they're literally sticking their nose out, being like, "Oh, what's going on?" I love that way of, because that Pinocchio line also has like a double meaning of maybe they're lying about their own accomplishments, but also you've got the sticking your nose in other people's business, and obviously because of the Pinocchio nose growing, the more you lie, the more your nose extends, because you have to keep in other people's business to stay relevant. Yeah. Clever. What was I gonna say? I love this song so far. Just feels like, I mean, he says it in there. It's just like he wants space to be himself. He just wants to be in his own space and do what he likes to do, show how he likes to be, and I love that. And I love that we still get that little bit of a dig at those people.
I told you bozones, mind your own business. No CS, Pinocchio, 당이 helix adjustment. And they be asking you what happened to you. Guess you're now showing us the real you. Okay, all they say is you. Slap you in the face, now here's the truth.
This is so clever. Oh my. I love that. It's giving the vibe of the those who haven't sinned cast the first stone. Like they're talking all this nonsense. I nearly swore again. They're talking all this nonsense like maybe I don't know, maybe he did something that wasn't pristine, perfect Pablo, that was just a human reaction or something, and they're like, oh, guess you're not that perfect person, oh, look at you. It's those people that are waiting for your downfall. And I love this line about like, okay, all they saying is you, like, is a call out because like no one is perfect, but it's just such a clever way of doing it, like like, yeah, I made a mistake, show me how it's done kind of thing. I love that.
Okay, all they say is you. Slap you in the face, now here's the truth. I don't really care if you like me.
I love that.
Trying to hold the pairs is a nightmare.
I mean, even that, I look at that differently. Like, we get like with celebrities and idols and that kind of culture, there's this illusion of like, oh, we're all perfect, they're perfect, they never make a mistake, they never do anything wrong, they're elevated, they're ooh. But like here, the line about like I'm just holding a piss. Now for me, with the earlier lyric there about show the kind of the saint, the saintliness, is almost like that wasn't a verbatim quote. I know that was wrong, but showing that show me that perfect person. It's showing how that vision isn't right. There is a human there that still needs to piss, to go to the bathroom, all that human stuff. And it's a clever way of showing like, yes, I have my human side. Like it's not just Pablo the performer. Pablo the human is a thing, and if anything, it is the biggest part of the whole, because it's the foundation of who he is. And I don't know, I just like
I
that.
don't really care if you like me. I've been trying to hold the piss, it's a nightmare. If you're not getting my vibe, why should I care? Shut your trap and just be quiet, get the mic, yeah, mic, yeah. I don't really care if you like me. I've been trying to hold the piss, it's a nightmare. If you're not getting my vibe, why should I care? Shut your trap and just be quiet, get the mic, yeah, mic,
I
yeah.
love this chorus.
Just give the mic,
Ooh.
yeah. Give the mic, yeah. You're a nightmare. Why should I care?
I love that change there from "it's a nightmare" to "you're a nightmare." It's almost that we've gone from being zoomed out to the whole situation and like a group of people making him feel like this, and then it's like now we're honing in on like, rather than choosing you like to address you as a collective, you're all now one little insignificant thing. And I don't know if it's intentional, like the minimization, but it's like tarring everyone with the same brush, because if you're going to act a certain way, you know, if the shoe fits kind of thing.
Kakapagod naman na talaga.
It is.
Bigyan lahat ng gusto nila. Meron at meron pa rin masasabi ang mga talangka lang yan.
Exactly. It is so exhausting. And I'm sorry, I'm going to go back to, because I heard a Pablo sound. It is exhausting. Like, even if you pretend like Pablo isn't a celebrity, isn't someone that has a level of fame and notoriety compared to you and I, even just being Pablo the human is exhausting, as it is for being Kenneth the human, or being yourself the human, because everyone judges you based on what you do. It's like that damned if you do, damned if you don't kind of feeling. And when you're someone like Pablo, who does again have that level of fame, notoriety to them, it's even harder, because like, again, going back to that line about holding piss, it's such a small thing. We all need to go to the bathroom, but because of where Pablo is and who Pablo is, that is a perfect metaphor for like, oh, a tiny slip up. Oh, he's showing his human side. Oh, no, kind of that kind of thing. And I love that he's able to share that. And again, it's such a comedic way of sharing it, like just the upfront, like, I'm holding a piss. Because that in itself, again, well, not the lyric being referenced here, of course, that's exhausting as well. Because I'm just imagining like Pablo like stood for press photos or something like that. Stand here, do this, and he's just there like, I need the bathroom, but he's not allowed to, because he's got to fit this frame. He's got to hit that mark. He's got to do all that. But yet in our own lives, we still have that. Every day. We have expectations from family. Friends. Even people that we're not friends with, they'll have expectations like, oh, you didn't do this on da da da, and you didn't do that. Oh, but you did do that, and everything's. It's perfectly illustrated by that Pinocchio. It's like you can pull your nose back in. You can stay over there and you can pull your nose back in. You don't need to be in everyone else's business any of the time, really. Like unless someone like shares something with you, then you can be in their business. But like in general, just like stay in your own lane, stay in your own space, do your own thing. Because yeah, it is exhausting.
Meron at meron pa rin masasabi ang mga talangka ng yan. Gotta go need a petrol for my pajero line of better. I'll run you over, lo quiero. Better to the full metal. I'ma get on it cause I'm getting pissed off. There's never ending asking what happened to you. Guess you're now showing us the real you. Okay, all they say is down. Slap you in the face, now here's the truth.
I really think that that's such a great transition into this chorus. Also, I don't know if you guys hear this. I hear a little bit of Josh in there. Not like actually like on the song, but just the way that that was delivered. There was a way of delivery. And obviously, because obviously Pablo hangs out with his members, presumably, not just when they record and stuff. But I felt like in my head there, I felt like I could hear a similar like vibe, if that makes sense. And I don't know if that was intentional or if that was just unconscious, and that's just like because we all absorb the things that are around us, right? Like we might use phrases or something like that, but it just feels like on, I don't know, just on this part, I heard like almost like a little bit of Josh there. I don't know if anyone else heard that, and it might just be me, but yeah. This part, I don't know what the Spanish is. I'm assuming it's Spanish. I'm assuming pajero is bike, and I'm probably butchering how to pronounce that. Again, we know he loves his bikes. I love as well the full metal there, given like it's almost like a nod to the more heavier sound. I'm not saying it's like heavy, but like the heavier sound of the song. I like that. Again, I love this. I love this bridge.
Slap you in the face, now here's the truth. I don't really care if you like me. I've been trying to hold the pairs, it's a nightmare. If you're not getting my vibe, why should I care? Shut your trap and just be quiet, get the mic, yeah. I don't really care if you like me. I've been trying to hold the pairs, it's a nightmare. If you're not getting my vibe, why should I care? Shut your trap and just be quiet, get the mic, yeah. Just give.
Sorry, I'm just trying to see. I'm trying to read what that says at the back. It looks like something lies. He lies? I don't know. It's almost like in the background, because I've been trying to more focus on the background this time. It's almost, I was going to say like the graffiti is almost, because graffiti is often seen as like a bad thing, a negative thing. Oh, it's a it's burden because we have to clean it up. Blah, blah, blah. I personally think graffiti is beautiful and it's art, but you've got that kind of there where people that are not involved in it sticking their nose in, being like, I gotta clean it up, rather than just being like, it's art, leave it alone. If it was, I don't know, like a decadent painting, those same people would be like, oh, that's so pretty, oh, it's so timeless, ooh. But then like with graffiti, you've got that very like low in my nose, like gotta get rid of it. But it's interesting there with the he lies. It's almost like at the same time you've got maybe someone like putting up graffiti like Pablo lies, Pablo's not perfect, or something like that.
Should I care? Shut your trap and just be quiet, give the mic, yeah. Just give the mic, yeah. Give the mic, yeah. You're a nightmare. Why should I care?
Ooh, sorry.
Why should I care?
I love that little riff.
Why should I care about the things you have to say? No matter what I do, you'll hate me anyway. Cause I'm keeping it Friday, but with you it's always Monday. Now I get it just Sunday. For God's sakes, give me a break. I don't really care if you like.
I love that. that I'm assuming we're going to class that like structurally as the middle A. I love that. I love the use of the week there. Um, you've got your very obvious like Friday, it's the weekend. Yeah, wonderful. Monday, oh, what a slog. I love that contrast between what he is and what they are. And then you've almost got his kind of maybe religious there, because obviously he wants to enjoy Sunday, he wants to maybe go to church, maybe celebrate the Lord's Day kind of thing. Um, and I think you've got that pun there with the for God's sake intentionally there, because he knows that like they're coming back around. It's almost like it's a cycle, and it's like, yeah, I get my 2 days of peace, and I can't even enjoy that because I know it's coming back. Um, I love that. I love this part. I love that.
I don't really care.
I love as well when it goes break. Just everything falls out for a second, and I just love that auditory break that we're given. Just it's such a, it's almost like he's saying like it's because it doesn't give you much time, but it's like it's just a little bit. Just give me something. Just give before we go back in, and I love that.
I don't really care
Love
if
that.
you like me. I've been trying to hold the pairs, it's a nightmare. If you're not
I love
getting
it.
my vibe, why should I care? Shut your trap and just be quiet. Give me that. I don't really care.
I love that. I didn't expect that. I was just here like vibing, just like clap along. I definitely felt like I was in like like you got the band on stage, Pablo's like singing, and then we're just everyone's just like clapping along. I love that because before like the "Give me the mic" that line, it was a lot more casual sounding, and it's just like "Gimme." I love that.
Shut your trap and just be quiet. Give me that.
I love that visual as well.
I've been trying to hold the pairs, it's a nightmare. If you're not getting my vibe, why should I care? Shut your trap and just be quiet. Give the mic, yeah, mic, yeah. Just give the mic, yeah.
I feel like we should be like swaying.
Yeah, you're a nightmare. Why should I care?
Oh, I love the way that the eyes close at the end there. Oh my god, that was so good. That was, again, I love the eyes closing at the end there, just being like peace kind of thing. It almost looked like it was like looking around, like checking if the coast is clear, and then just being like, huh. I really loved that. That was like the perfect anthem. I feel like I could just imagine that being performed live. And I could imagine it at like an intimate stage where you've got like a very small stage and like just like floor space and everyone's just clapping along and waving their arms. And then I could imagine it on a bigger stage with just imagine, oh my god, just like during tour or something, all of those people all just clapping along. Oh my god, that would be such a nice visual, like an empowering visual as well. I really like that. I love the way that just sonically we've moved between New Moon, sorry, hello words, New Moon and Don't Care. This song was a lot more vocal heavy. I really like the sound. The sound, I felt really at home in. I was like, yes, I love this sound. Not to say I didn't enjoy the sound of the previous song, of course. But I just love that sound. And so yeah, yeah. When I was saying about the graffiti as well, obviously throughout the lyrics themselves, the visual, everything was giving very painterly kind of vibes. You can even kind of see with the way that the eyes are, they're almost like little moons. Little moons. Don't know why I said it like that. And like as bits of paint are falling on them, it's almost like the little like craters and stuff, cracks on them. I don't know. I just noticed that. Um, Also, the red of the eyes. Obviously, he's frustrated. He's angry. He's it's a case of it's either this song or I'm going to. And I also feel like the use again. I keep talking about it, but the use of the piss as a specific kind of example of in his lyrics there. He could have used like being sick. He could have used defecating. He could have used a multitude of sneezing on someone, all of those other grotesque things that are normal but our bodies do. But I feel like the choosing to use piss, I feel like it's a lot easier for most people to hold their bladder, and it's like it's often, I feel like, the effect of like being nervous, being angry, that's the thing that's the first to go, I feel like. And as well, you've got it's quite a grotesque thinking kind of thing to think about. You don't want to think about peeing on the floor, someone just pff. And so there's that kind of unsightliness, that need to get rid of something that's in there. It's so clever. It's already in my head. Yeah. Again, if I've missed anything, please let me know in the comments. I love learning genuinely about things that I've missed, because I try and be as diligent as I can, but I'm not perfect. I won't be able to see everything. I'm not a saint, to quote the song a little bit. But yeah, I really, really like that. I'm excited to see where Butata goes. Again, if I'm mispronouncing that, please let me know. Um, but yeah, I'm excited to see where that goes. I'm excited for the rest of the album, to be fair. But yeah, we're gonna head over to Butata next. Let me know. Let me know. Let's go. Even I can't word anymore. I don't really care. Let's go. Ooh. I love that we've got another shift musically. Oh, actually, sorry, before. Actually, this sounds a little bit like Crimson. I don't know if it's just the similar synth texture. That's gonna be interesting. Wait, was that auto-generated? No, it wasn't. Okay, sorry. Just making sure I have captions there. If anyone can tell me what the voices are saying underneath, I don't know if it's in Tagalog or not, but just let me know. I'm having difficulty trying to process what that says. Sorry. Ooh. This. Oh, sorry. This is definitely musically, yeah, giving like. It could be like Crimson's brother, musically, just in how it sounds. Is this about basketball? Is that what that means? Because we're seeing a lot of basketball references.
It's the finals. Ilang segundo na lang ang natitira at lamang kami mga idol. Hawak nila ang bola pero hindi nila alam lahat ng aking pinaplano. Dito na kung crossover, biglang pinasa doon sa 3-pointer sa my corner. Nang mala MJ na pumeke, dila it's over. Nagbasar bitter pag-release sabay sigaw agad wala. Butata!
Oh, okay. I'm not gonna lie to you. A lot of this song is going to go over my head. I am not sporty. I don't understand anything about basketball. So I'm gonna need you guys to really, really help me. Obviously, I get the fact that like we're in the final moments. It's that movie moment where it's like 1 to 3 or something, or 2 to 3 or something. It's like, oh, can we get the 4th point or something? I don't know. I don't ever know how that works when they're like 1 point behind and then suddenly they're 5 points ahead. I don't. As I said, I'm not a sporty person. I don't understand. But yeah, so clearly Pablo has faked out this person, and they missed, I think. Yeah. I love the idea of the basketballs being the dancers in this lyric video. Just the way that they're bouncing up and down, like they're the closest thing we have. Like the if this was a music video, this would be the dance crew. So does Butata mean miss then? Ooh. Ooh. That was so cool sounding. That, oh, I love how that sounds. I'm assuming, I apologize. Hakim, Sakuragi, and Maragorito. I'm assuming they're famous sports people. Again, all this is going over my head. I'm assuming they're really great sports people, and I'm not trying to be disrespectful in not knowing. I just, like I said, not a sporty person. Please let me know. I love the change up of the delivery here. It's completely, it's giving like, it's the vocal equivalent of like that like really swaggy walk, I feel like. Was that a little bit of Japanese there? With the watashi wa sta? Was that, or is that a phrase that is used in Tagalog? Please let me know. I do know that he likes Japan. I know that because I've been watching his vlogs, I do know he likes Japan. He's just really throwing all different languages. I think we had Spanish there. Uno, dos, tres. I think that's Spanish. We had Spanish. We had a bit of Japanese there. We're just, we've obviously got Tagalog. We've got English. We're just throwing everything out. I love it. I don't know what that. I don't know if those are names. Etivac, and the other two things, words afterwards. I don't know if those are names. Please let me know. Or are they like brands? When it said about the tank top, is that saying like because you don't have abs or something like that? Like I don't understand what that means. Like you don't have muscles, you don't have like I don't know if I'm understanding that right. Sorry. I love that this song is basically like, I'm up here, you're down there. I will never be like usurped. I'll never be beaten. And just the thought of that, like you wasting your time, is enough to make you to lose your mind and like fail at what you're trying to do. I also love the home versus guest. I'm assuming like Pablo is the home, and it's like, this is my turf. And I do know like in sports there's often like when away players go to a different, like a prestigious stadium or something like that for like football or baseball or whatever, basketball, whatever sport, there's often a higher pressure on them because it's like, if I win here, like, ooh, like my career is set kind of thing. I'm in history now or something like that. So I like that as well. 2-2. That was my really bad whistle. Okay, so it doesn't mean miss. I'm very confused now. I'm so sorry. I'm very confused now. Please let me know. I'm gonna need your help with this one. I'm so sorry. Is it just a call out word? because he used it with the miss and then he used it there with the swatted. Is it just like a ha, you failed kind of thing? Is it more like a word to describe a vibe than a word that necessarily has a single meaning? Is that the kind of thing? Let me know.
Ikaw madla, Butata!
Love that drum. Ooh, I love this drum too. Oh, I didn't. I was expecting another boom boom, and it didn't do the boom boom, and I'm like, I look like an idiot. Sorry, I'm going back. No, didn't do it again. This song was really short. I didn't even realize. Yeah, so I love, given again, like I don't have a clue about anything to do with sports. I really liked how it sounded, like the vibe, like from the synths to the drums. There was power in the drums. The synths had this very smooth and like cool feeling to them. Everything definitely supported like this I'm the cool player kind of character. And yeah, using the use of basketball obviously in sports generally. Is Pablo, and forgive me that I don't know this, is Pablo like a really big and I keep wanting to say baseball. My brain is turning letters over. I apologize. Is Pablo a big basketball fan? I'm sorry, I'm not aware of that. But it feels like there is a deliberate like love of that sport, because like he could have used football, rugby slash American football. He could have used a multitude of different sports than just basketball. But it feels like the personable nature of basketball. If he is a big fan of it, he's leaning into that kind of, this is my home turf. This is my this is my what am I trying to say? This is my zone, as it were. I really like that. Again, I love the way that we've gotten different vibes throughout these first three songs. It's going to be interesting. As always, Pablo is a very strong songwriter, and I'm assuming that oh, this one was just composed by Pablo. I was gonna say I assumed like this was just checking the credits. Okay, Rad Kids produced Don't Care. Rad Kids produced Neumun. Yeah, what I was gonna say is what was I gonna say? Sorry, my brain. Maybe the different productions there is why these two songs are different, like between Don't Care and Neumun versus Butata. But even then, you've still got these massive sonic differences between Neumun and Don't Care. Like if you told me like one was produced by one person and then Don't Care, or the other one, whichever one you want to go with first, was produced by another person, I would believe you, because they're so sonically different. And I just love that they are capable, both Pablo and Josue are both capable of that. And then even again with this on with Butata, is Simon Servida. He's the producer on Gento, correct? Gento. Did he have a hand in? I'm sorry, I need to look this up now. I need to look at production credits. Yeah, he did produce this. Sorry, that took me way too long to do that. So yeah, me saying like that they like the songs like were like brothers. Yeah, I can definitely feel that. I love that though, and I loved the relationship with Simon Servida. Please let me know if I'm mispronouncing that name, um, the last name specifically. Um, I love that that relationship extends beyond just the SB19 because obviously, yes, they've worked together on SB19 stuff, but it's lovely that that relationship has continued into Pablo's solo work as well. Yeah. Okay, so this is part 1 of 3. I need to take a break after this. I think just get some energy back. These were intense 3 songs, and I love it. But I'm really excited to see where we're going to go with the rest of the album. Um, Obviously, I haven't heard all of the songs yet, but I will ask this in all parts. What is your favorite song from it? I'm gonna ask it in all 3, just purely because you might not watch all 3 parts, and that's totally okay. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to post them on different days. I usually post album reactions like all on the same day, but I think to give all of them a fair shot of you seeing my thoughts, I'm going to do them on different days. Um, so yeah, but yeah, let me know your favorite song from the whole album. Um, and yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing what my favorite is going to be because I don't want to prejudge too far, too early. So far, I think "Don't Care" is going to be one of my top 3, but it's going to be interesting seeing where, because I can't really judge yet because we're only 3 songs in. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. As I said, leave anything I've asked in the comments below if you wouldn't mind, and I will see you guys in maybe part 2 or in another video. Bye everyone. Bye. Bye.